So, I've got a new laser, but this is no ordinary laser. This is the new P2 CO2 laser from xTool, and I'm so excited to start using this. And I've had a couple of lasers before, but this is the big daddy of lasers. So this video, I'm going to do a brief unboxing, show you briefly how to set it up the best way I can from watching other people do it on other videos, and I'll do some test cuts, but stay around because I want to show you some of the other projects that I've got coming up in future videos. But let's get this unboxed. This is well packaged. It's the size of a house, this thing. It looks really well packaged. Little handles so you can do that. Right, right. Let's take the unwrapping off. I'll zoom in a bit. It's like Christmas. Look at that! Oh my goodness. That is, wow. That is a cool piece of kit. It's huge. It's huge. Right, let me just show you. My first impressions when I opened the packaging were not only how well this is packed in the box to avoid any damage during transit, but how well made this is and what high quality materials it's made of. So let's delve into it and see what we've got. So lift this out. Yeah, not that straightforward. As you can plainly see, this was the biggest challenge of the day. This thing weighs about 100 pounds, so it's quite a heavy piece of machinery. And when you're trying to do this on your own, it's pretty difficult. I would suggest that you get yourself a little helper. Unfortunately, that day there was nobody available to help, and I just had to do the best I could. And it's just taking your time, removing as much packaging as you can, and just sort of sliding that out without obviously dropping the dropping the laser machine on the floor, which was the challenge. But I persevered and managed to get it sorted. Straight away after unboxing it, I can see the sticker on the top, and it's telling me I need to fill the tank at the back with some distilled water or deionized water and antifreeze. Before we do the antifreeze, we need to unpack the rest of the laser. So you get a little funnel for filling the antifreeze at the back. You get a full instruction guide with multiple languages and a quick start guide. You also get some test materials. So this is 3mm basswood, so like a plywood. And you also get some cardboard, so this will be useful for doing some test cuts. This is a 7-foot exhaust hose which you need to link up, and this is your antifreeze. It comes with all the appropriate cables. This is the power cable, and you get a USB cable to attach your computer to the device. You also get a couple of spare screws just in case, and this is the ring clamp to attach the exhaust to the back of the unit. And lastly, you get this little screwdriver, which is the ideal size for the screws you need to remove. There are individual metal slats to sit your material on, so it raises it from whatever's underneath. And these are adjustable, so you can put them in various different positions depending on the width of your material. And they're really quite substantial then, they're not cheap. It's not cheap metal. Now I believe this is the security lock because you have to have the lid down to set the machine to start engraving or cutting, and this locks the lid until the job is completed, and I think it even maintains the lock for about a few seconds afterwards, just till all the smoke clears, and then you can sort of lift the lid. So another great safety feature. At the side of the machine you've got this emergency stop as well, so in the instructions it tells you to twist it just to reset it. And obviously if you're using the machine and there's any issues, you just simply shut that off and the laser will stop operating, and then you can obviously resolve the issue. And to reset that, just spin it. We've also got some more sample materials, some acrylic sheets, so we'll have a play around with those. So this is your catch tray, so when your cut pieces of material fall through the slats, this tray can catch them, and you can simply pull that out, remove them, put that back. The next thing it tells you to check is the gantry, the laser itself, and how it moves and whether it moves unhindered, and you can just do that manually, just so back and forward is fine, side to side is fine. Right, so now we need to put the water and the antifreeze in the laser tube at the back, and to get into the back we need to remove the screws. These are very helpfully marked to show you where you need to take them out, so we'll do that now. So this is the back side of the machine. So you've got your on and off switch, your power outlet or inlet. This is some fire suppression ports, and I believe xTool sell accessories that you can plug into that. And this is the exhaust port, so this is where all the smoke will come out through the tube I showed you earlier. So right, let's sort this laser tube out. Alright, there's more screws there which I hadn't seen. Idiot. I don't know what's up with this morning. I missed one. Right. There we go. There we go. I didn't want to force it. This is the laser tube, and this is what you need to put the water and antifreeze in. And you just do that by adding it to this little fill bottle here. So I'll have a look at the instructions and see what we need to do. The instructions ask you to check the laser tube at the back, the glass tube, for any damage, any signs of cracks or anything like that. And all I'm doing there is I'm just tapping it just to see if I can hear any cracks. I've also looked over this and it's fine, so it's ready to fill. To mix the antifreeze and water together, you just use the table that's in the quick start guide, and it's also written on the back of the antifreeze bottle. And all you're looking at there, it's a table that shows you the minimum temperatures in your region, and then it gives you the ratios of antifreeze to water. And you also do the filling in 2 different stages. This is the antifreeze. What I'm topping it up with. The answer doesn't tell you to put the top back on, so I'll leave that off. It just tells you to turn the machine on now, and then this tube should start filling up, so fingers crossed. Here we go. Hey, look at that. We wait 30 seconds for this. Now the second fill is just topping it up with the water, so I'll just make sure it doesn't overflow. It shouldn't do because all the measurements are right, but spot on. What I've got to do now is fit this exhaust tube to the outlet at the back of the laser, and I'll do that with the clamp that was provided. Before I do that though, I've got to drill a hole in the wall and find a suitable place to put this outside. I also need to align the lasers, and there's a way of doing that which shows you in the book, but it also, I've watched a couple of the videos. But before I do that, I'm going to move it into its permanent home, which is just over here in this corner. Before I do that, somebody's come to say hello. Hello! You come to check out the new laser? Hey? Oh dear. Hiya. What are you doing? Oh dear. You're very nosy, aren't you? Hey? Very nosy. You found your bed? Okay. You going in your bed? Go on then, in your bed. Go on, jump, jump. Good girl. You're a good girl. Hey, you're a good girl. She's actually hiding in here because she's so lazy. My wife's going to take her out for a walk, but she'd come in here because she was trying to escape. So this is a little area that I've set aside for the laser. All I've done, I had an existing bench, an adjustable height bench, and I've just done a quick and rough worktop. It will hold the weight, it's strong enough, and it should be plenty big enough. So yeah, that's its new home. The laser is going to come from the back to a mirror over there and into this hole and down into the laser head. So it needs to be going into this hole in the centre. So apparently the way you do it, you get some tape, and from watching videos I've been told to put multiple layers on. Then what you do, just rub it round so you can see the circle. Just bounces a laser from here to this mirror to there, and then down into the laser head. So we may have to adjust this, but first you do a test to see what happens. To set the optical path test, you need to get into this screen through the XCS laser software. That is downloadable from xTool. And what you do is you just ensure that the laser head is all the way to the front and the right. And once you have your tape in place, you simply click the pulse button, which sends one quick pulse of laser through the mirrors and to the laser head, and then this is what you will see. I was pretty fortunate in that I was happy with the accuracy of the laser, so I didn't need to do any adjustment of the mirrors. As you can see there, it's pretty much spot on in the middle of the circle, so I was happy to leave it like that rather than messing about with the mirrors. And there are plenty of videos online to see how you adjust them. So yeah, happy with that. On to using the laser. This was my very first attempt with this laser, and it's nothing exciting, it's just a quick engrave. I still need to get to grips with the software properly, but this was my first go at engraving, and it was really easy to use, and the extraction, the smoke extraction on this thing is brilliant. I love how it's lasered some of the softer bits out of this particular piece of wood. This is just a piece of scrap. I think it's pine. Yeah, it's cool. Right, on to some creations. A brilliant feature of this laser is that it has cameras inside the enclosure. So what you can do is on the software, you can actually show the laser bed with your material in there, and you can actually move your design to the material. So the laser will start to do your design, whether that's engraving or cutting from that position, which is absolutely brilliant. And it's so easy to set your design up in the right place. The other thing it's got on here, which is really clever, is you need to know the thickness of your material. Now you can either put that in manually, or this particular laser can determine the thickness of your material. So that's what I'm doing here. You just click that area and then you position it on the material where you want to measure. And as you can see there, it comes back with a measurement of 6.3 mil. So it's just a case of sending it to the laser now. So you click to process the job. And then once you've done that, it's just a case of clicking the button on the laser. Slight problem. I've used the wrong font really. It's too fine to cut out. It does cut out, no problem. Look at that. It's so thin. But I need to pick a different font. So let's have another go. And as if by magic, I chose a different font. Did the same thing. As you can see, myself a cool little Mayfield Restoration sign. This next engraving is actually an exclusive reveal of my new logo. I've been thinking of redesigning it for a while and I had a go at doing it, I think it was last week, so I thought this was a great opportunity to reveal the new logo to you all, and if you could let me know what you think in the comments, that would be great. And if you are interested in this laser or any other laser from the xTool product line, then now is the best time to go about it, because they've got an anniversary sale on. And that sale unfortunately ends in 2 days time. It ends on the 6th of October, but you can grab yourself some really big savings. I'll put all the links in my description, and for pure transparency, they are affiliate links, so I do earn a slight amount of commission. So if you're in the market for a laser and you would like to make the most of their sale and help my channel out in the process, then please click any of those links in the description. So these are just some of the things I've made very quickly with this brilliant laser, and I can't wait to do some more creative stuff. So there will be some more videos in the future where I'll be using this laser to do more creative restorations on my furniture. So stay tuned for that. But as promised, here is a sneak peek at some of the furniture that I'm going to be working on in the very near future. Thanks for watching.